That's my secret. And you know that person you got married 2 years ago, your husband left you erectile dysfunction. And what we believe manhood is sometimes two different things. I'll give you an example. I wrote this book for women, and I was telling them 3 ways that a man shows his love. And I call them 3 P's. Fess, we protect, and we provide.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Grant's Curl Appeal Lawn Care on this cold Tuesday, November the 11th morning. And as you can see, I am tackling a leaf cleanup. I have 2 properties to do today, both side by side. And not to get too far ahead of the video, but I'm going to just say that this particular day didn't go 100% as planned, that I mentally prepared myself to do. But that comes with the territory. All of the veteran guys in the lawn care world can attest to that. And even the ones that are, let's just say this is your first year in it, you can attest now that you can have plans for how you're going to operate during a day, but those variables, those obstacles, those hills you have to climb, they are coming and you just don't know when or how. But anyways, I'll get into that a little bit as the video goes on. If you find yourself back on the channel and have not yet subscribed, this is a perfect time to go and hit that button. If you like this video right here, or even like some of my other videos that I hope you go back and check out if this is your first time visiting the channel, please do that for me. If you like them, thumbs up them. If you want to stay along for my journey here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. But anyways, sit back, let me do the hard work, and let's get this video started. So my takeaway segment for this video today is really to just speak on myself for just a moment. Maybe I'm not the only one that's feeling like this, so maybe me bringing it out to the forefront will make somebody else be like, yeah, I kind of felt that way too. So what am I talking about? I'm not gonna kid you at all. The human side of me really went into effect about, I would say, the end of September, around the middle of October-ish. The human side of me kicked in to where I just really did not feel like dealing with anything else lawn care wise. I was burnt out. Granted, this is something I love doing, but honestly, you do eventually get burnt out. I was not feeling like getting up, going to crank these mowers up, these weed eaters, these blowers. I didn't feel like going to properties. Then we had these false cold, well, it was cold. I don't want to say false cold morning, but here where I'm at in South Carolina, we have these false winters here. It's cold, warms up. It's cold, warms up, then it's in the middle. And a lot of the grass doesn't really know somewhat what to do. Sometimes it'll, go dormant, but the highway grass is still popping up and making the yards look like they need to be done. So you go out there and take care of those. You got the leaves falling. So, essentially you want to be all the way into leaf cleanup, but grass is still growing. But to sum it up, burnout kicked in. Like I was just tired of going out. Once the yards started looking like they were slowing down, I stopped going out, on my normal schedule, and we're just really going out now on an as-needed basis. And even on those as-needed basis days, I just really didn't feel like doing anything. But I got up, remembered why I started this business, and I just went ahead and did what I had to do to, make sure people's properties was being taken care of, and that I don't soil, my name by not showing up to doing the work that is expected of me. So I just want you to take away from this that it's okay to be burnt out. It's okay to really not feel like doing anything. It's okay to actually just want to take a pause for yourself, because that's normal. And the wear and the tear that we put on ourselves, season to season, for those who've been doing this for a while, it really kinda, takes a toll on you. I'm not a very, I don't know how to put this. I'm not old, I'm what other people consider still young. But when you got an ache or a pain, age doesn't matter. Aches and pains are aches and pains. They're just those nagging feelings of a muscle or whatever the case that are bothering you for the moment. So, you started feeling those, and Lord knows when you go outside and let's just say you hit your toe or hit your hand or whatever the case may be while it's cold out, I think that pain is 10 times worse than cutting or hitting your toe or something while it's warm outside. So all of that stuff started playing a factor into me. The breakdowns, once it got cold, I ran into battery problems with my car, my truck, and my mower. If you've been following me on Instagram, you would see all of those, in sequence. But to sum this up, so I don't seem like I'm yapping on and on, it's okay to feel like you've just had enough, that you want to take a reset, and that you just need a moment to say, just to take a deep breath and let it out. And get back to the grind. And remember why you started what you started, your business. And get back to it. Now, granted, like I said, with me, when the property started slowing down, that's when I started really, letting the lazy and not really wanting to do anything start taking a toll on me, because it wasn't always as wide open. It wasn't always, all right, these 12 to 14 days that went by, got to go to this property. This week that went by, got to go to my weeklies. So just be, understanding to self that it's okay to feel like you're just burnt out or tired. Admit it. That'll even help you get over it. Hey, I'm tired. I need a break. I need a pause. I need a reset, decompress, and get back in the fight. So leave it in the comments if you made it this far to this takeaway segment, and let me know exactly, how you feel now compared to the beginning of the season. For a lot of people, y'all do year rounds, but let's just say from the ones of us who started in March up into present day, how do you feel from beginning to now? And maybe you help somebody else out. But anyway, thanks for listening to that. Hopefully you take something away from it. Hopefully I get some good feedback on it. Stay tuned. We'll wrap this video up shortly. I'm gonna be honest with you. With this amount of leaves, I don't think I can convince myself to bag another property, you know, with this much leaves that I've blown up and trying to get rid of. If you've seen my past videos, usually I'll blow a lot of leaves onto a tarp, and I got some place that I can just dump them in the woods, or I got some place I can just blow them, out of the property, and they're done. And or I just mulch them up, which is my 99%, go-to. But as you can look over my shoulder and my head, the wind picked up on me out of the blue. Soon as I pretty much pulled up to get this yard started, it was calm when I woke up and got outside and got the truck and everything cranked up. No wind. It was 29 degrees. When you get to a property to start doing work, especially of this sort, the wind says, hello, I'm here. And I think you can all agree, blowing leaves when it's windy, depending on the direction of, the leaf debris that you want it to go, it cannot work in your favor one bit. You want to blow them to the left, the wind's blowing them back to the right. You want to blow them to the right, the wind's blowing them to the left, vice versa. But looking at this video and actually, thinking back to actually doing the work, I don't think I can convince myself to bag this amount of leaves again. Small amounts, yeah, but a pile of this size, no. It was a learning curve for me on this yard, and it just won't happen again. So hopefully the property owner doesn't, expect that again. This was just my own doing. I wasn't asked to do it this way, but this was just an experiment I wanted to try, and let's just say that one will go in the history books as tried. It worked, but I just won't do it again. The mulching will just continue to be the way to go. So I learned my lesson. Not something that you want to hit or have shooting from your lawnmower, striking an object in front of it. These things right here are just absolute projectiles that can cause damage. So that's a walnut. So again, I extend my gratitude to everyone who's made it this far in the video. Thank you for taking a little bit of time out, spending it with Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. If you found yourself enjoying this video, give me a thumbs up. I highly appreciate it. And if you think you're going to enjoy any more of my future content, or if you feel like you want to go back and watch some of my older videos, hey, I'd appreciate that as well. And give yourself a chance to subscribe to the channel. My videos aren't going to be coming out as often right now in the slow season because mentally I'm just in the let's get things done mode. But at the end of the season, you know, I'll try to do as much content that I possibly can to keep everyone entertained. But again, thanks for tuning in to Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. This is your host, Simon. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Be positive, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.